Every 20 minutes, the world adds a species to the endangered list. It's a chilling fact, isn't it? Our planet, this rich tapestry of life, is unraveling at a pace that's hard to comprehend. Every creature, know how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a crucial role in the intricate ballet of our ecosystem. The bees pollinating flowers, the wolves keeping deer populations in check, the microorganisms decomposing waste. Each one is an indispensable cog in the wheel of life. But now, imagine removing one of those cogs, then another and another. The machinery of life starts to stutter, to falter. We are witnessing this right now. Instead of speculating on our future, let's bring our focus to the specific animals that are most at risk, like the Amur leopard, the Javan rhino, and the vaquita porpoise. The rapid loss of biodiversity isn't just a tragedy for the animals and plants facing extinction, it's a crisis for us all. The balance of our ecosystem is teetering, and with it, our own future. Imagine the king of the jungle, the mighty tiger, reduced to a mere figure on a poster. Once tigers roamed vast territories, masters of all they surveyed. The tiger was a symbol of majesty and power, an icon of wilderness and freedom. But the wheels of time have not been kind to this grand creature. Today, the tiger's reign is under threat, their dominion shrinking more and more each day. In the last century, their numbers have plummeted, a tale told too often of the world's most majestic beasts. The heart of their story is a battle against extinction. The enemy? Poaching and loss of habitat. The prey that once roamed the forests and fields they called home has dwindled, forcing the tiger to compete for survival in an increasingly inhospitable world. Let's delve into the sinister world of poaching, a dark underbelly driven by greed and the lust for power. The tiger's majestic coat, its bones, even its teeth, are sold on the black market, coveted as trophies or used in traditional medicine. This illegal trade, coupled with the relentless march of human progress, has painted a target on the back of every tiger. Loss of habitat is another wound in the tiger's side. The lush forests they once claimed are being swallowed up by urbanization and deforestation. Tigers are territorial creatures, each requiring extensive lands to support their hunting needs. As we continue to encroach on their territories, we force them into smaller, fragmented habitats, causing territorial disputes and further dwindling their numbers. The tiger's story is not just about the loss of a species, it's about the loss of wilderness, of ecosystems, of balance. It's a stark reminder of the damage we as a species are inflicting on our planet. The roar of the tiger is fading, and with it a piece of our world. We must act, and we must act now, to ensure that the echo of their roar does not become the only memory we have of these beautiful beasts. In the dense rainforests of Borneo, a solitary orangutan swings from tree to tree, perhaps the last of his kind. In the verdant heart of Borneo, the story of the orangutan is a tale of survival against the odds. These gentle, intelligent creatures with their expressive eyes and human-like hands are the very spirit of the rainforest, living high in the treetops, leading an existence that is both peaceful and profoundly solitary. Yet their solitude is not by choice, but rather a consequence of a rapidly changing world. Their homes, the lush green rainforests, are disappearing at an alarming rate. A sea of trees reduced to mere patches, the once vibrant ecosystem now echoes with the haunting silence of loss. The villain in this tale is not a predator lurking in the shadows, but the very species that shares over 96% of its DNA with these magnificent beings, humans. The thirst for progress and the endless demand for palm oil have led to rampant deforestation. This insatiable hunger for resources has left the orangutans homeless, their numbers dwindling, their future uncertain. As the trees fall, the orangutans' world shrinks. Their food sources vanish, their shelter crumbles, and their very survival hangs in the balance. But the story doesn't end there. For every action, there is a reaction. The destruction of the rainforest doesn't only spell doom for the orangutans, it affects the entire planet. The rainforests are the lungs of the earth, soaking up carbon dioxide and breathing out oxygen. With each tree that falls, the balance of our world shifts. the repercussions echoing far beyond the borders of Borneo. In the grand scheme of things, the fate of the orangutan is a mirror reflecting our own. As we alter their habitat, we change the course of our shared future. Their struggle for survival is a poignant reminder of the intricate web of life, of the delicate balance that ties us all together. As the trees fall, so does the fate of the orangutan. The nightingale, once celebrated for its melodious song, now sings a quiet lament. This is the tale of the nightingale, the feathered virtuoso, whose enchanting melodies once filled the evening air with a symphony of nature's music. But today, the songbird's sonnet is fading into an eerie silence. This decline is not a matter of the nightingale losing its voice, but rather we are losing the nightingale. Our world is changing, and not all the characters in this grand play of life can keep up. Climate change, with its rising temperatures and shifting weather patterns, has altered the stage on which our nightingales perform. A warmer world might seem like a boon for a bird that thrives in the mild climes of Europe and West Asia. But the nightingale's life is a finely tuned sonata, perfectly synchronized with the rhythm of the seasons. When the first buds of spring appear, so too does the nightingale, ready to serenade the blooming world. But as springs arrive earlier and winters linger less, the nightingale's grand entrance is increasingly out of sync. Habitat loss adds another verse to this sorrowful song. The nightingale's preferred stages, the thickets and coppices, are disappearing, replaced by urban sprawl and agriculture. As their stages shrink, so too does the choir of nightingales. The dwindling numbers of nightingales aren't just a loss for our ears, but a disruption to the balance of nature. Each note in nature's symphony has a role, and the nightingale is no different. They control insect populations, pollinate plants, and their nests provide homes for other species. The nightingale's song is not just music, it's a thread in the complex tapestry of life. A silent nightingale is a sign of an ecosystem in distress. The song of the nightingale grows quieter with each passing day. Yet hope is not lost. The nightingale's lament is a call to action, a plea for us to change our ways before the music fades away forever. The fate of these creatures and many more hangs in the balance, but it's not too late. Yes, we stand on the precipice of a great loss, but we also stand at the threshold of a great opportunity. An opportunity to tip the scales back in favor of our endangered friends. It's time to move, it's time to act. And how, you may ask? Well, there are countless ways, my dear listeners, countless ways in which we can make a difference. Supporting conservation charities is one such avenue. These organizations work tirelessly to protect habitats, fight against poaching, and raise awareness about the plight of these majestic creatures. By donating to these charities, we are equipping them with the resources they need to continue their noble work. And it's not just money, you can donate your time as a volunteer too. But the root of the problem lies in our lifestyles, in the choices we make every day. The excessive consumption, the waste, the disregard for the environment, all contribute to the destruction of the habitats of these creatures. By making conscious changes in our lifestyle, we can reduce our carbon footprint and help slow down the climate change that threatens so many species. We can choose to consume less and waste less. We can choose to recycle and reuse. We can choose to use public transport or cycle instead of driving. We can choose to eat less meat, as the meat industry is one of the major contributors to deforestation. We can choose to buy products that are sustainable and do not harm the environment. Each of these choices, no matter how small they seem, have an impact. And when millions of us make these choices, that impact is magnified. We are the stewards of this earth. It's our responsibility to protect and preserve its inhabitants. We are the only ones who can ensure the survival of these magnificent creatures. So let's step up, let's make those changes. Let's ensure that our future generations get to hear the tigers roar, see the orangutans swing, and listen to the nightingale's song. Together, we can ensure the tigers roar, the orangutans swing, and the nightingale's song do not fade into oblivion. In this race against time, every second counts, every action matters. It's a symphony of life we're talking about, where every creature adds its unique note. Biodiversity, it's not just a fancy term, it's the lifeblood of our planet, the intricate web that connects us all. When we lose a species, we don't just lose an animal or a bird, we lose a story, a piece of the puzzle that makes our world whole. The tiger's roar, the orangutan's gaze, the nightingale's song. These are not just sounds or sights. They're reminders of the beautiful, diverse world we're privileged to share. The urgency to protect these endangered species cannot be overstated. It's not just about them, it's about us. Our survival, our legacy. We're all in this together, interconnected in ways we're just beginning to understand. The clock is ticking. Will we act in time to save these voices of the wild?